Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Mary Jane's in the building. Peep Squad is in the building. What's good? What's popping? What's cracking, lacking with my peoples? So we see that, Jay Prince, basically he got mob ties. He has connection because he has gotten back Ybn Almighty Jay chain back. Like, oh shit, he got the power. He got the juice. He got the sauce, baby. So he's letting you know that OG still make moves in these streets. The OG still got some power in these streets. So it is what it is. Thank God, Ybn Almighty Jay did not get murdered, but they slashed his face up. That was horrible. That was terrible the way they did his face. I mean, but you know what? We just got to be thankful that he's still here and he survived his attack, because they really scarred his face with a Hennessy bottle. They gave him $1.50. That is like, damn, man. Now you got to walk around with your face like that for the rest of your life. Shit ain't going to change. It's going to always be the same. So he's going to remember that, and hopefully he moves differently and he just does things very differently and have security and have protection on him, something, because this was really bad. I mean, they really embarrassed him out here in these streets, and it was wrong the way they jumped him and everything like that. But when a gang and a group of people get together and they want to attack and take what you have, they're gonna do what they need to do. But what was the point of it? They gave the chain back. They didn't give his wallet back. They got his ID, maybe his credit cards, and a couple of dollars. But damn, some of the people that was involved in the attack on Ybn Almighty Jay are actually locked up. I think 3 of them are actually locked up. But Jay Prince put the word out. He hashtagged everybody on IG. He hashtagged everybody. He hashtagged Hocus45. He hashtagged him. He hashtagged everybody. And basically, Hocus45 hooked up with, French Montana. And from there, they flew together, you know what I'm saying? And they got up and they met up with Jay Prince. And they met up with Jay Prince Jr., his son or whatever. So, they got on the flight. They took the plane. You know what I'm saying? They went to go meet up with Jay Prince and return the chain. So Jay Prince has gotten Ybn Almighty Jay chain back. Some people got some cases on him in the FBI, but no one has been in charge with, attacking Almighty Jay. That attack that Almighty Jay went through was very brutal. Was like, damn, you don't want your son, you don't want your friends, you don't want nobody to go through no shit like that, and then have it filmed, have people make fun of it, have people just try to basically assassinate your character because you was jumped. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, damn, because people say, oh, you talk this, you talk that. One day that you sleeping, somebody will catch you and wake you up, and that's what happened. But luckily, Ybn Almighty Jay is here to see another day, because we could be having funeral services too as well. Jay Prince says it's never about the chain. It was never about the chain. I guess it was about respect or getting that item back, but it really don't mean nothing when Almighty Jay looks at his face. When he looks at his face every morning, that chain ain't shit. I got cut, but what can happen? He's going to have PTSD. He's going to be like, damn, he's going to have nightmares. And he's probably having nightmares already now too as well. He's moving very differently and talking very differently. You know what I'm saying? And one of the most important things is, they took his chain, they beat him up because they wanted to embarrass him. They wanted to hurt him. They probably was jealous of his success and what he had. And plus, Ybn Almighty Jay do run off at the mouth. And he's been out here on these Instagram, YouTube, Twitter streets, talking reckless, but he's only doing it for attention. He's only doing it to chase clout and basically build up his popularity and his profile, so people will buy his music, people will stream his music, people come to his shows, because now it's a day and age where you have to engage with your audience. You have to engage with people that are spending dough on you to see you, people that you want to download your music. You got to spend dough. So I think a good point to do is, and something that it's just my thoughts with rappers and entertainers and boxers and people that live that good life, that money life, that rich life. Not saying everything about them is good, but if they can stop putting the focus on having cars, clothes, jewelry, all in Biggie Smalls, and focus on, get property, like Jay-Z was saying, that I got paintings that I can pass down to the next generation. I got generational wealth. So we can focus on, forget the chains, forget the Jordans, forget the Gucci, forget Prada, forget Kate Perry, forget all these racist companies that don't like us, and invest in businesses, invest in money. Rappers need to rap about and show, I'm buying this building, I'm purchasing this building. Forget the cars, forget the jewelry. Because, when you have property, when you have businesses, you can able to support your family. Number one, you can support people just like you. You can support people that look like you, and you can also bring opportunity back into the community that you was in, that you struggled to get out. You know what I'm saying? And make it a better place, so another child or individual won't have to grow up in them really bad circumstances where it's okay for me to rob this dude and beat him up and take his chain and then film it and, incriminate myself as well, because I'm never going to see nothing in life. This is probably going to be the highlight of my life, the highlight of my success. This is the pinnacle. This is all that is going to be. And these are what these kids that came after Almighty Jay believe that their future is. So that's why they have no regards. We need more images out there to basically help the youth and stir them another way, turn them around and turn them to a different focus. Like, focus on property, focus on eating right, focus on knowing math, focus on being able to flip property. You know what I mean? If we can rap about that, if rappers and entertainers can talk about that too as well, because people follow them, people want to be like them, people think everything that they say is good, they follow their trends. So let them put out some good trends, because this is bad for business. Jay Prince got the chain back, yeah, but there's a bunch of kids, a bunch of young kids, a bunch of young dudes, is probably going to do Fed time. Okay, they off the street. But if they had a different opportunity, if they lived in a different neighborhood, if they had a different upbringing, would they choose the life of crime? Hell no. Nobody wants to look over their back. They don't want to, they want to be thinking about, other things, but they got to think about surviving. They got to think about everything else other than making their life better and moving on out of their community, because they just think that they're stuck. There's nowhere else to go, because, this world ain't fair. The game of life ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? There's always obstacles and things in the way, especially because you are poor and you Black. You got the biggest obstacle against you, and trying to enter the mainstream world and be a part of it and have your own business. Look at Kanye West. He was struggling, fighting to get into the fashion world. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's not a good example and he's a coon and I don't like coons, but, Jay Prince did his thing. He got the chain back. Hopefully Jay Prince will go in his community and do some things in his community, basically. And the rappers, the OGs, stop flashing your money and your chains and your cars. Flash something that is worth something to the people that follow you and look up to you and listen to every word that you say. Show them how to build in your music. You can be creative. Let's be creative. We know about popping pills. We know about the syrup. We know sipping. We know lean. We know having sex with a bunch of women. We know having these flashy cars and these jewelries and going to the club, going to the strip club, dropping some money. Let's teach them something, because they need it. Teach them something else. Let's change the focus of music if we possibly can. Or do the listeners have to request that their favorite artist and musician change their message if it's not positive? Peace and out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples. So, and here is the picture of Jay Prince with French Montana. He came through. He went through. Peace and out. One love.